Hi, this is going to be the first in a series that I'm doing about managing huge egos. In my healing practice, I've worked mainly in the fashion and entertainment worlds. My clients have come from that world largely. And so I've had the opportunity in the last 20 plus years to work with some of the biggest egos out there, either directly or indirectly. Either they have been my client or they have been people that my clients worked with. So I'm not going to name names because these things are confidential, but think of the biggest egos you can imagine, and I probably interacted with some of them either directly or indirectly, and I've learned a few things about it. So, sorry about that noise if you heard it. My cat's just chasing something around the floor. So anyway, the first video that I'm doing right now is about the fact that people with huge egos, and by huge egos I mean people who inflict their ego upon you. We all have an ego, and that's okay. That's part of our incarnational personality. It is meant to be. It's fine. You will have an ego until you are fully enlightened, and you don't need to be fully enlightened ever if you don't want to be. So the thing to realize, like, a lot of times we get intimidated by people with huge egos. So the first thing in learning how to deal with for people with huge egos is to really know that they are insecure. If they weren't insecure, they wouldn't be as strong with the expression of their ego. They wouldn't be petty. They wouldn't be looking to undermine other people so much. They would just be looking to exhibit their awesomeness. And, let everybody see them and whatever. But the thing is, they are insecure. And a lot of times, no matter what they receive, think of the billionaire who's still working 18 hours a day to stay ahead of the competition and never takes a vacation. They're running on insecurity. Now, the thing is, I like to think of it as like a chihuahua. Now, why does a chihuahua bark so much? It's because it's a tiny dog, then you could crush it. And so it's all bravado. And I think I've even heard that chihuahuas attack more than other dogs. They attack, but so what? Like, what the hell's a chihuahua gonna... I'm sure they can inflict real damage if they bite down on the right spot, for sure. But in general, chihuahuas are harmless. You could flick them away with a flick of the wrist. I'm not advocating any animal cruelty. Okay, gotta watch out for people taking things wrong. But people with huge egos that are inflicting their egos upon you are like chihuahuas. Like, why do you need to bark so much? You're actually just showing me your weakness by barking. If you'd just be mellow, right, it wouldn't necessarily be any worse for you. But the need to kind of inflict their ego upon you is a mark of insecurity. So if you're dealing with people with huge egos as if they have all the power, then it's easy to start getting intimidated and to take a kind of crouching position. But when you know that them being egotistical is really, it's like a chihuahua barking. It's like they're scared, they're insecure, so they come off with aggression just so nobody tries anything, so everybody stands back. And that's just a way that they protect themselves. Some of the people that are really in the public eye and seem really fabulous, I mean, you know this, I'm not telling you new information, but they have crippling insecurity and they need validation on a daily or hourly basis, and it's just a bottomless hole. And one time I was at a dinner party with a lot of these people, and we're talking about, $100 million plus level people, famous, whatnot. And one person who was my client kind of gestured to everybody around the table and said, Andy, we're all insecure. And I said, I know, it's crazy, but it's kind of part of my mission. The way I look at it is like, if somebody who is rich and famous and beautiful and whatever is totally insecure, then what hope is there for everybody else? Like, it's not that I'm so concerned about their insecurity, but if people supposedly so-called at the top are dealing with crippling insecurity, sorry about the outside noise, got some huge truck going up the very steep hill that I live on. And so, like, if they are like that, it just, number one, it shows the limitation of materialism. And it shows that no matter what fame or money or success that you have, you can still have insecurity. So when you understand the Chihuahua analogy, then you will be able to encounter people with huge egos and have a little space. My next video is going to be about being grounded. Okay, so just a little preview. When you've created this space, like you realize, oh, them being this way is a sign of insecurity. It's not a signal that I need to be insecure. It's a signal that they are already insecure. So from there, I have kind of created a psychic space, a little buffer zone around myself, where their little chihuahua barking doesn't really hit me at the core. And when I create that space, then the next thing, video 2 of the series, is to be grounded in your truth and your mission, your desires, and all of that. And be in a state of self-love. And then you find that in that case, your reality is going to dominate, even up against the most egotistical person. Because first, you know that they're insecure, which means they're not grounded. And so when you become grounded, you have a certain advantage. Okay? That will be the next video. But for now, just think of the barking chihuahua every time you are confronted with these huge egos in your life. And that should help make it a little easier. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you feel the urge, don't hesitate. Thanks a lot. Bye.